time is it? It's time rock and roll. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, alpha traders. Coming to you live from the cockpit of the crypto caravan in Clown World. That's right. We are definitely living in Clown World. Got a new strain of the scamdemic that's not even killing people, and they're making it sound like everybody's going to die again. Ah, everybody the hills. Anybody else sick of this bullshit? Anybody gonna wake up out there? Incredible. But we got better things to focus on than stupid politicians and their agenda. We're going to talk a little bit about Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin is ranging. Been talking about it. Been talking about the range. About 2 months ago, when we dropped down in to the 68.3 Laplace distribution range on the weekly projection from the 41K low. Bitcoin pumped up to 67K high. 2 months in a row, 2 weeks in a row, rejected perfectly right off the 95.4 Laplace distribution range of the top side. Then we get to 70K high. But at the same time, it was creating bear div on the weekly. Did the bear div play out? I'd say so. It certainly has. Let's do a little measurement here. Let's see, from the 70, right there. Let's see, what have we played out here? Yeah, I mean, almost 45% pullback. We had a 50% pullback back here from 60K to a little under 30, 29 something. And as you can see on this Laplace distribution projection, it wicked down and bounced from the 99.7% Laplace distribution range. Went sideways, came down, tested the 95.4 Laplace on that weekly candle, found support back up inside this projection at the 95.4, came down, had a little test of, I mean, it was kind of no man's land, but it's actually about 0.5 standard deviation level, normal distribution, and we ran up, right? I started a new projection at this 41K low. Rejection, 70K high, created bear div, down we go. The one big week where we had this dump, it bounced right off the bottom side of the 68.3 Laplace distribution range. I told everybody this week, I was like, we're going to retest this wick. Don't think we're not. 3 weeks in a row, man. 3 weeks in a row. Tell you what, Bitcoin's on life support right here. As long as Bitcoin stays above the bottom side of this 68.3 Laplace distribution range, it's going to be okay. We'll pop out of it at some point. We start closing some daily candles below, let's just say, I mean, the 68.3 to the downside right now on the weekly is about $40,400. So we start closing some daily candles below that. We could easily see, I mean, we can talk about low numbers, 30K, 20K. Who knows? Who knows? A lot of people got left in the dust, right? All these so-called elite, right? That did not believe in Bitcoin. Well, their little buddies are trying to give them a good entry. It's pretty obvious what's going on here. So we're just going to have to see what happens. Are the Bitcoin bulls, the OGs that hold a lot of Bitcoin, they're going to stop this shit? They're going to come in? We're going to see some big buys coming in? Yet to be seen. Yet to be seen. Somebody's selling. They just sell. Had a nice little dump yesterday. All right. Let's go back over here. Trust me, though. We are ranging. This is becoming a massive range. Let's just say 40K to about 55.5, right? We're talking about a $15,000 range. Yeah, if we start pumping again, I guarantee you, all the bulls are going to be, everybody's going to be excited. Here we go. They're going to get all over leverage. It could reject up here. It could reject up there around 55.5 or so and dump again until we either start closing daily candles above the top side of the 68.3 Laplace distribution range or the bottom side of the Laplace distribution range. Don't get excited. Bitcoin's not going anywhere. This is a powerful range right in here, and Bitcoin could be stuck in here for a while. When this first started, I said this could go to the end of February easily. We could mess around in here for a while and then break back out. I'm a long-term believer in Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going to be at some extraordinary prices at some point. That point's not now, especially with the clown world we're living in, where they're trying to scare the shit out of everybody every day. It's either economics or, oh, this bug's going to kill everybody. The virus is horrible. It's a joke. Yeah, man. Too many snowflakes in this world for things to go right. There's always going to be somebody afraid. Too bad for them. So as volatility traders, what do? We trade low time volatility. Or while Bitcoin's ranging in here, you just go over and jump in the NFT realm, have some fun. Another world, whole nother world. We're in this little stage now where people get a little anxious, right? And they just they want to paper hand some stuff, get in different projects, things of that nature, which is fine. That gives people that gives us smart money opportunities to get in good projects at lower prices. Good stuff. Good stuff. So let's see here. I want to see on this 4 hour what is happening here. Yeah. When we had this pump up, right? When we had this pump up earlier in the day, we got back up there, what, 42,627? Where did we reject from? The reverse wave trend. Now we're back down below the reverse Fisher. I was talking behind the scenes to some guys and I was like, hey, right about on this candle, I was like, the wave trend is crossing back up the Fisher. We could be busting out. We could bust out to the top side. Bitcoin had a different plan, right? That's what happens when you have everybody has a plan and you get punched in the mouth and then whoop, plans out the window. What do? So we had another test up here to the 33 length variance log MA, rejection, down, rejection off the 9. Then we got a 4 hour candle pump right up to the reverse wave trend. Now here we are. 3 bearish 4 hour candles in a row. High probability we're going to close the daily below the Fisher and the wave trend. If this continues, this wave trend will cross back down that Fisher, right? I'm telling you right now, if we see this 90, I think this is the 99 length, or it's the 54. Take a quick peek. Pretty sure it's 99 though. Yep, 99. If you see this 99 length variance log MA cross down these Fisher and wave trend, man, I'm telling you, we're probably going to start closing some daily candles below that 40K area and look out below, right? What do? Man, time short, so I don't know what else to tell you. Trade that low time volatility. Trade the low time volatility. Let's see here. What's happening on the daily? Where are we at on this UPM? Yeah, we're having trouble just getting by the 9 on the daily, right? And the skinny little white line, that is the mean of the deviation bands, right? On the daily, first standard deviation to the downside, 38K. I could be at that if we literally we start closing some candles. If what I just said on the 4 hour takes hold, you're probably going to see a dump down to this 1SD on the daily at 38, and everything's going to determine whether we pull back up above K. We can have wicks below, but if you close dailies below here during this week, it could get ugly. If we close this weekly below the 68.3 Laplace distribution projection range to the downside, things could get really ugly. Really ugly. I mean, we could see a 2SD move 34, 99.7 Laplace this week. It's about 31. About 31. Yeah. The bears are roaring right now. The bears are roaring. Let me go into the stream chat. Let's see here. There we go. Okay. Let's go over onto the main trading chart. Let's take a look what's going on. 4 hour, huh? What is sticking out to me? Yeah. Significantly positively correlated Shannon entropy percentile is just going sideways. The last 3-4 hour candles down, right? We all know when the volatility or the entropy percentile is just going sideways and it's positively correlated, especially significantly positively correlated, price is going to walk down. It's just a fact. We all know that use this. Let's see if we're building any bull div. I mean, we have been on the 4 hour on the log return Z score. I mean, other than that, a little bit, some on the Fisher too, DLP. I'm telling you right now, if the bulls don't step in here, Bitcoin's going to be at $30,000, right? We are contracting on the 4 hour. The volatility is contracting heading into negative correlation. But of course, traditional markets, right, have had another down day. I do look for the 464 area to get retested. SPY could have a big day, a nice bounce, and then dump out again. I mean, it doesn't help with these clowns in the media and this administration trying to fud up everything with all their bullshit. Bunch of lies. But what are we going to do, right? So these markets could dump out big time. I mean, SPY has done nothing but go up since the beginning of the scamdemic. We're talking, what, 2 years now? SPY has done nothing but go straight up. I'm telling you right now, man, this thing could freaking, if SPY dumps out hard, me and MJ were talking about it. The stock market's risky enough. Do you think these big institutional guys are going to trust Bitcoin? It's the most highly volatile asset known to man. It scares the shit out of them. We're talking about how Michael Saylor is somewhere sitting around sweating right now. Sweating. He's probably almost breaking even at this point. I don't think it's that bad, but he is definitely sweating. He's in it for the long term, though. But I don't care who you are. When you've got that kind of money invested in one asset, you don't sleep well at night when Bitcoin's looking the way it is. And it is not looking strong at all. At all. And that's why we have the indicators that we have, because they will tell you. They give you some insight into what these algos are thinking, right? There's no other way to do it. These people can use traditional technical analysis all they want. They're lagging indicators. They are worthless. Everything that we do is based on returns. Price action follows returns. Returns will always make the move first. The divergence between returns and price action is the only thing that matters, because it's going to let you know the return on your investment is diminishing. I don't care if you're long. I don't care if you're short. Bull div, bear div, weak bear, weak bull. It's going to tell you what's going on in these markets while everybody else is just scrambling. Go through all the discords, read what people are talking about. You got some lost souls out there, man. Nobody knows what the hell is going on. I'm telling you what's going on. Our indicators tell us what's happening, right? It's a no-brainer. Bitcoin is weak right now. Big time. Let's look at the daily. And to be honest, we haven't had any big variance pumps. We got something brewing. I mean, the daily's already having an outlier to the downside, right? If it continues, and it's looking like the log return Z-score is just, it's begging to go back to the downside. So is the returns oscillator. Excuse me. Let me turn off my lower time frame, 45 minutes there, so we can get a better look. Yes, there we go. Yeah. I mean, we can see, everybody knows we got a high, lower high, higher high, right? If you study divergence, you know that's hidden bear. Hidden bear divergence is a continuation divergence. A continuation of what? This move. right? This move right here. If this plays out, I'm telling you right now, we're going to be dropping. You're probably going, let's look on the monthly real quick. Let's get some probabilities for the monthly. I mean, really, we're talking, I mean, the first standard deviation normal distribution is at 39,348. The two SDs at 32. Two SDs at 32. If that continuation divergence plays out on the daily, you are going to see by the end of this month, you're going to see a $32,000 Bitcoin. Mark my words. Mark my words. The 95.4 Laplace is at 30.2. So we get down to that range, you can see it's going to be revisiting some wicks on that big pullback we had, right? That 60K down to 29. It's going to be retesting all those areas again. So we'll have to see what happens there. I'm telling you, if that 30,000 area breaks, we're going to see a $20,000 Bitcoin. We will see it. All right, we got all these people trying to let their little buddies in on Bitcoin that didn't believe in it, and they're probably going to get their way. There's a lot of Bitcoin bulls out there. There's a lot of people that aren't in that gang that hold a ton of Bitcoin. Everybody's laying pretty low right now, and retail traders are scared to death, right? Scared to death of this thing. Let's see here. Yeah. Yep, that's a good area. I'm telling you, if that hidden bear plays out, if this continues down, because here's the biggest problem. There's no bull div or hidden bull at all. I mean, from way back here, there's a little bull div, but hey, that already played out. That bull div, right, on this move. That bull div played out. Higher lows, lower lows, bull div, boom. Literally bounced it from under 40 back up to what it were to go to. We got about a $4,000, almost a $5,000 move back to the top side. But all it did is create hidden bear. That's all it did. Both the fissures on the daily are heading back down. DLP from this point right here, there's no bull div. There's no bull div. And we are contracting on the Shannon entropy percentile is contracting positively correlated. This goes significantly positively correlated why it's contracting. Do you see how this is all setting up? Do you see how we are significantly positively or significantly negatively correlated on the historical volatility Z-score? And that Z-score of historical volatility, it's starting to head up. Okay? Warning. Warning on the Shannon entropy. Warning on the entropy. If this drops into trend, I told everybody this too, and this is on the daily. If we see this daily, we see the correlation increasing to the downside, and we see this drop into trend, and this continue, the Shannon entropy contraction continue positively correlated. The historical volatility Z-score rising negatively correlated. If you see a lot of volatility come in, because it's going to take a volatile move to get this thing down there to 32, so down there $10,000, you will see on the daily expansion, and you'll probably see this go negatively correlated. And where is the 2SD on the bands? About 34.2, bottom side's about the 29.5. Okay, we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Everything I'm seeing on this daily chart is good for the bears. To be honest, good for the bears. But like I said, right, it can turn around. A lot of things need to happen now. A lot of things need to happen. I'll show you the biggest problem right now. If it ever populates, this is a problem. This is definitely a problem. Look at the last time. Rejection, 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 flush. We're rejecting again. We're rejecting off of this reverse wave trend. I'm telling you right now, if that wave trend crosses back down the fissure, the bulls have a chance here why this wave trend's above the fissure. The bulls have a chance. The bulls can get up here and close up above. Let's even keep it safe. Let's say 42,750, 43K area. And you can and you can get this 4-hour fish or wave trend to start turning up, putting some space between it in the fissure. We could turn this thing around. But from what I'm seeing right now, they got a lot of work to do. They better wake up. If they don't wake up, Bitcoin is going to plummet. It is going to plummet for sure. But this is never financial advice. Don't just run out and throw yourself in a freaking short. And for God's sakes, don't use leverage, right? Smart money doesn't do that. Smart money takes its time, right? Smart money takes its time in these markets. You don't need to use leverage. Leverage is a drug, right? It is a gambling addiction. I've talked about this before. If you're going to gamble, go to the casino, play blackjack, man. Don't bring it into your trading because you're going to get wrecked. You're going to get wrecked big time. This is a very volatile market. If you're going to gamble, give yourself a chance, for God's sakes. Go to the craps table. Go to the blackjack table, man. Go to the poker room. Do something smart. Don't gamble with trading. For God's sakes, give yourself a chance. See if this is rolling up into the 2-day here. Populate, you little fool. Have a drink of water while I'm looking, but I'm still here. If you get up here on the 2-day though, 2-day and 3-day, there's a battle going on. The bulls have a chance here. But I'm telling you, if they don't bring it to the table, they're gonna get wrecked. Because there is a bunch of bull div on the 2-day. A bunch. On every damn indicator I used for divergence between price action and returns, barring Fisher. But when you see div on the Fisher, it's a strong read. It really is. But I mean, this Shannon entropy, we get full expansion, this significant negative correlation, and we drop into trend here on the 2-day, that bull div is not going to matter at all. At all. Let me see here. And we're significantly positively correlated on the 2-day. That's why this thing has been slumping over. Contraction, significant positive correlation. If this expands on the 2-day and goes negatively correlated, we're going to see that we're going to see that 2SD move on the monthly probably. We're getting close to the end of the month though. So we'll get some new numbers. But I always am going to go back to this weekly chart. As long as we're in this 68.3 Laplace distribution range, that is all Bitcoin's going to be doing, ranging. And right now, the last 2 months, we are stuck in between the mean and the bottom side of the 68.3. People can argue all they want. The proof is in the alpha trading pudding. Look at look at these monthly candles. We are stuck down in here, man. This mean is powerful, and so is this 68.3. So we're just in this little range, right about 40, a little bit under. We got that wick down to 39 and some change, up to about 44. This will determine if we can break back up to the top side of this mean, close some daily candles. We're probably going to revisit up here at 55K. If we do not, if we don't break this mean, I'm telling you right now, this thing is going to probably start closing daily candles below here, and we're going to see that 30K area. 100%. Hell, we could see it this week. And the 3SD normal distributions at 34, 99.7 Laplace, about 31. What is it at? 31,275. we could get some nasty wicks down here because they are, I mean, and this is just on Bitfinex, right? There's still almost 32,000 Bitcoins longed, right? Only 3,000 shorted, and the shorts have been piling on. They don't like this. That is a massive imbalance. They want to liquidate the shit out of these longs. But the thing is, a lot of these longs are not highly leveraged, obviously, because it's been a high number like that through these dumps, and it hasn't liquidated them. I guarantee you, this thing shoots down to 30. You're going to see people crying, getting liquidated, big time. Let's see here. Let's go back over here. I want to look at this 2-day one more time. And this variance is low on the 2-day, about the 3-day. Yeah, I mean there's bull div on the 3-day too, and the 3-day is actually contracting. The entropy percentile is contracting, negatively correlated. But and I talked about this the other day. We're getting some expansion positively correlated on the 3-day. It's kind of flat right now. That's why we're coming down. And I talked about this the other day. If volatility comes in right now, from what I'm seeing up here on the higher time frames, it's gonna be the move to the top side. If the volatility does not come in, this price is going to continue to walk down. It just is. It is. The entropy, the volatility, it's all telling me that. It's all telling me that, regardless of the divergence, right, that's building. Go to the index so I can pop up here on the 5-day. We just got a new 2-day and 3-day. Let's see here. Tell you what, I mean, this 5-day log return z-score is getting down here. This baby's probably going to want to come down and test some of these lower levels. So, but at the same time, you know, could we get another stab bull div? Could this returns oscillator bounce off the zero mean again? Get a nice little double bounce? I actually, when I saw this happen on the 5-day and the weekly, created that bull div, strong bull div on the 5-day, bounce off the zero mean, usually produces the biggest moves that we've ever seen in crypto. It kind of fluttered out, right? We got what, a $4,000 or $5,000 move tops, where I was going, here we go. We're going to 55. Hasn't happened yet. But if we get another stab, another bounce, look for it then, because that's going to be powerful. Same thing's going on the weekly. Yeah, I mean, same thing. And I saw this bounce, right? 5-day and the weekly. I was like, here we go. We're probably going to go revisit the top side of that 68.3 on that projection of that Laplace distribution. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Very interesting. Oh, nice. Nice little poster, MJ. Playing toilet paper slot machine. Yeah, that's what the scamdemic did to everybody. Those are actually some funny videos. See what everybody was doing, why the government had everybody locked down against their will. Let's see here. But this weekly too, I mean, this entropy percentile is expanding. The correlation on the entropy is building to a move to the downside. It's all random since that first move up to 65K. The weekly has all been random. I talked about this. The next trend you see on entropy like this is going to determine whether or not Bitcoin's at $20,000 or $80,000 on its way probably to 6 figures. It's all been random. Next weekly trend is going to determine that. We're either dropping 20K or going up probably 40. The move to the top side will be a lot stronger. Lot stronger. Yes, Andy, count that loot, son. I know. Is that the loot chart? Is that what you're showing me? Yeah, man. I know it's pumping. I bought a shitload of it too. I got like 32 NFTs and about almost, I don't know, 700,000 loot or something. Let's go. Everybody listens like, what the hell are they talking about? Good stuff. Played earn game called Cops. Cops game. Yeah, look into it. You'll laugh your ass off. That's about all I'll say about that. It is a money grab. Everybody run. And on the weekly too, talked about this the other day. I mean, we're this thing is below this Gaussian mean. Below the Gaussian mean. First standard deviation 36.8. And then we're talking we're under. We are under 30K at 27.6 at the second. The third's down there where? A little tick under 20K. You think crypto's crazy right now? I'll tell you what, if Bitcoin goes out of 20K, people are just going to be number one. If you're smart, you don't care. Can you imagine getting back into Bitcoin at 20? Holy shit, it'd be a dream, would it not? Holy crap. So don't look at this as a bad thing. The smart investors are not giving a shit which way this thing's going. They're being patient, especially ones that understand the projection and know we're stuck here. Have some patience. Wait, because whatever side this breaks out to, it's going to be the move. In my opinion, it will be the move. It will determine whether we're going to see 20K or who knows, even lower. God forbid. Let's make this happen, man. Or above, where we're going to shoot. We're going to probably run up into the six figures because we break up on top side of that projection. It's going to want to make a run at this 95.4 again at some point. Yes, it is. And let me real quick. Let's run. Let's run a projection. Should I start that there? No, we're going to start right there. 10 bars back. Let's do this real quick. Just want to see this down move where we're at. I'm actually probably going to throw another projection up on this chart just so we will know. I mean, this thing's holding on. It's holding on to the 95.4 Laplace distribution range. This is good. Why is it good, Bilbo? Explain the distribution to us. Because there's a 95.4% chance Bitcoin's data set stays above this beautiful little pink line here. There's only a 4.6% chance we start closing candles outside here. Right? It's a good thing. It's a real good thing. And there's literally a 68.3% chance Bitcoin gets back in here. Right? Gets back up above the mean of the projection at 67. So this is a good projection to watch too. Right? For sure. Could almost now we know we're in this from this projection. We know Bitcoin right here, these 2 monthly candles were stuck in that 68.3% Laplace distribution range in between the mean and the bottom side of it, right? And this is where that wick ran down into, tested the downside of that 68.3. But you see here from beginning a projection on the down move, we're hanging on to the 95.4. If this move is powerful enough to the downside, this could get tremendously ugly. Where's the 99 at? Where's the 99.7 at? 20K. Now, do you see what I'm talking about? Next couple months, it's right around 20K down here. So if we break this 95.4, don't think it can't be powerful enough to come down. But I'm telling you right now, this thing comes down here, you're going to get one hell of a bounce off this 99.7 area. I'm talking tens of thousands maybe. So keep an eye on it for sure. And right now, the 95.4 on this weekly candle is at about 40.2. So let's even use that. Let's be safe. Bitcoin starts closing daily candles below $40,000. Look out below. Look out below. Time is it? 2:30. Wow, time is standing still. Holy shit, holy. Let me flip over on something here real quick. Oh, loot. It's the loot chart. Crazy, huh? Look at that nasty old wick. Guys, look up Cop's game. You'll laugh your ass off. Woohoo! Let's go. Let's go. All right. Let's pop over on. I mean, Cardano went on a hell of a run. It was up to $1.60. Pulled back big time. Big time. 27 cents or 25 cents from its high, from its recent high. Last time I looked to, let's go over onto my other watch list here. DeFi. Yeah, of course. Badger and Wi-Fi, Rook, they're usually up when everything else is down. Wi-Fi is not down. So what's having a good day? Nothing. Matic's down. These things are just getting worked. Solana at $136. Could we be lucky enough to see Solana below $100 again if Bitcoin dumps out? That would be fantastic, man. Fantastic. If I was a smart investor, I would probably be buying down there. That's what I would do. Not financial advice for anybody else. I'm kind of a nutball, but I would definitely be interested in some Solana under $100, some Matic like about $1.50, $1.60. Oh, that'd be beautiful. And even some what would AVAX? AVAX would be looking real sweet at about $50, right? Little maybe 80-cent algo. That'd be fantastic. What is where's DOT 24.3 right now? Holy shit, Donnie. Could we be lucky enough to get like some $15 DOT? You guys understand what I'm saying here, right? Be looking into some of these other things. If Bitcoin really dumps like that, there's going to be so many opportunities in this market. It's going to be crazy. Crazy. For you, those of you that just joined in, you can see I'm in the cockpit of the crypto caravan now. Much better view for you. Got some nice trees behind me. Yeah, won't be here long though. This dog and pony show's about the hell out of here. Yep. Almost out of here. Heading to my property. What is it?
Nice.
Every day I'm just been packing shit. Pack. All right. Let me pop back over here. I want to take a peek at Cardano first. Oof. Yeah, look where that thing rejected from. Like we're on the weekly. Cardano rejected off that 9. I mean to the dollar. Whoop. And I talked about it in last week's stream. Remember when I looked at the Cardano chart, I said Cardano's going to lead the market the next few days. Sure enough, Cardano led the market the next few days. It had a very unique looking chart. Everybody else looked the same. Not Cardano. Cardano looked like it was getting ready to pump. And it did. Because we were literally sitting at what, $1.20 or something crazy? Where the hell did that thing get down to? Oh, $1.10? Then it ran to $1.60. Had literally like a 40% pump or something. Pretty powerful compared to everything else. What's it looking like on the daily? Yeah, I mean, look on the daily. Rejected to the dollar. I mean, God, guys, look at the wick. Almost got to the 144. Rejected hard. But look at that pump from Cardano. Hell, that thing went all the way down to $1.07 and ran up to $1.60, if I remember correctly. $1.63. God, what was that percentage? Holy shit. What a great move for Cardano. Should have sold up there. 53% pump here recently. That definitely led everybody. And then, whoop, sell off. Everything's going to follow Bitcoin eventually. Wow, that moved down. Barely even touches daily fishers. But we could, I mean, it dropped into trend a little bit, but the correlation was decreasing. That's a sign right there. When you see, boom, okay, the correlation was to the top side when it started moving up from that $1.06 area, right? Dropped into trend. right here on these two dailies. Dropped into trend, but the correlation was decreasing the whole time. That is a no-brainer. Look where it hit too. Look at the deviation band. Hit the third standard deviation band. Boom. Went sideways, wicked up to the second, dumped out. But right there, seeing that happening, that correlation bottomed out right there. It bottomed out right when it was rejecting off the 144 on the daily and the 9 on the weekly. That could have been a great little short. I mean, hell, it's already dropped 30 cents. Already dropped 30 cents. And I just sold off a shit ton of Cardano. Oh my God. With the joy I would have to be able to buy back in Cardano at like 80 cents. I would love it. Go! Dump! Let's have a dump session. What the hell? Usually not very bearish, but I'm like, let's do this. If you're going to dick around, let's just break that range and go to the bottom. Everybody else would be screaming and crying because they don't know how to protect their investments. Like, get the hell out of them. Take your profit. So, I would love to buy back in lower. Oh my God. Can you imagine being able to? Because, I mean, hey, nobody's going to sit here and lie. I mean, I didn't think we were going to come back down to any lower levels. Bitcoin right now, for what I'm seeing, man, this thing could really dump. But at the same time, it could really pump. That's why everybody loves alpha trading. We're not sitting here going, oh my God, moon boys or bears. There's two sides of this coin. There's probabilities to both sides. And as an alpha trader, we don't give a shit which way it goes. We're going to trade the volatility straight up. While everybody else is crying and having little hissy fits on Twitter and on Discords, we're just soaking it up, loving it. Let's see if we can get any read on this 4 hour from Cardano. I mean, this is do or die right here for Cardano, right? We're back down here at the literally the 144, the 99, the 54. It busted through the 9 and the 33. Can Cardano get back up here and close above the 33 at 135 by the end of the, or what is it? Sorry. Oh, it's not that far actually. Barely. It's almost above it. Couple tenths of a cent, actually, 3/10 of a cent. Cardano can get back up here and close above here. What is NASDAQ doing? Okay, SPY was down, what, 4.7 points. SPY was down 4.7 points. NASDAQ 169. They gave a little fake out, right, the beginning of the opening today. It started rising. I'm sure everybody got all excited. Where's the VIX? Yeah, VIX another up another 4.65% today. It's up like 20% yesterday, I believe. We had that little dump out on SPY. Let's actually, while we're here, let's go to the VRE. Let's pop on SPY. Doing. Boy, that's an ugly close. And what did I talk about? What did I talk about yesterday? Right? I said yesterday, SPY opened up below the first standard deviation. Look what happened pre-market. That baby dumped pre-market below the 1SD. Okay. Now, the daily volatility range never got tested on SPY. Look at this massive gap. This is what I talked about yesterday. Don't think this 464 area, probably that little wick there. Don't think that this area right here can't be tested. 463, 464, maybe even 460 is enough. This could really wreck some people because I mean, the VIX is rising, right? When that VIX rises on SPY, everybody's getting into shorts. And the volatility on the VIX goes up, the price is going to come down. It's going to be a riot if we have one of those days in SPY where this thing climbs 10, 15 points. It just wrecks the shit out of all the shorts and then dumps back out again. Because look, 2 days in a row. So SPY opens up yesterday below the first standard deviation, goes down, tests the 95.4 Laplace that was barely above the 2SD. Open up the new day, little fake out pump to the top side. Tested the top side of the daily volatility range, dumps down to the bottom side of the 68.3, pumps back up to the top side of the 68.3. Look where it closes the day. Right? First standard deviation move. So it'll be interesting coming into tomorrow, actually the rest of the week, to see what happens here. But I see this getting tested, this area up here, at some point here in the next couple days. SPY's probably going to have one of those days where it's just going to wreck all the shorts and then turn right back around, especially if this market's really selling off because of all the fear. Everybody's scared shitless. It'd be nice if they realized what real sound money was and everybody just flooded into Bitcoin. That'd be a riot. Think that'd wake up some financial institutions? Yes, it would. Big time. They would be panicking. Let's see something real quick. Sorry. All right. Discords are funny, aren't they? When you join all these Discords, you realize about generation win. The generation wins. Win this, win that, win, 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 win. I have no patience. I was not raised properly. My parents should have spanked me more. I have no discipline. There's Bilbo going off a rant on the younger generation again. Yeah, it's a clown show out there, folks. So SPY, we'll have to see what you do here. Let's look at it on, let's see what's going on this weekly. Let's see where these probabilities are at. Wow. So, almost a 2SD move on the weekly already. Almost a 2SD move. And that's a 450. I'll tell you what, that's good. That's good for a nice bounce out of there. This would be perfect. You get a nice bounce off the 2SD, go back up, test that 464 area, which is going to be right up here at about the 68.3 to the top side Laplace distribution. I mean, hello, what I just showed you on the VRE matches up perfectly with the 68.3. If this tomorrow goes down, tests this 2SD, and then bounces off and goes up there, I'm gonna laugh. That's what these indicators from Alpha Trading do for you, though. All right, especially you go here. Though this is on SPY, and we talked about this, right? Look what SPY's been doing. Come on, Trading View. I saw a YouTube Jimmy. He was having the same problems. SPY has been finding support on that 9 length variance log moving average this whole move to the top side. Right now, it's below it on the weekly. Right here it was, but when the weekly candles closed, it wicked back up, found support there and bounced. Let's see if the same thing happens and then it roars back up here, retests that. I mean, hell, the thing could just continue up. Never know if these traditional markets. So obviously a lot of people taking profit. Yet to be seen. But a lot of things are matching up for this thing to bounce up. For sure. Especially if tomorrow if you see this thing open up and immediately hit that 450 range, right? Doesn't have to drop much. You might see a massive bounce. We could have a nice early day pullback and then a major bounce on SPY tomorrow. We will see. We will see. Anything else to look at here? Could look at the monthly probabilities. The 95.4 Laplace is down there at 444. If the sell-off continues, hell, Spike could dump out another, what, 6 points, 7 points, down to this 95.4 Laplace. Second standard deviation's down here at about 433. So, some areas of interest. If it continues, then you got to remember that daily range never got tested. But hell, we got one on Bitcoin. Guys, remember, where the hell is that thing at? 64 or something? Remember that area that Bilbo was talking about? That thing still hasn't been tested. Maybe it was 55. I can't remember where it's at. It's somewhere up there, though. You can't forget about those ranges, I'm telling you. Those are the real gaps. Those are the real gaps that will get retested at some point. So it's a good thing. Got some things above us. All right, that's enough of SPY. Let's check out other blue chipper. I saw somebody post an article how Solana is taking market cap away from Ethereum. Well, of course it is. Maybe if you guys didn't know, and hey, if you're out there holding Ethereum, don't take it personal. It's not my fault you hold a shit chain gas scam. It's simple, man. It's a total gas scam. If you don't see that, I can't help you. Are there a lot of good things happening? Yeah, sure, but it's a gas scam. It's incredible how bad it is. And people just endure it like it's no big deal. It cracks me up. It's like, why would I want to do anything on Ethereum with those high gas fees when I can do it quicker and cheaper on Solana? And we're talking about pennies, penny gas fees. That's the biggest problem in Solana NFTs. It's like all the wind generation, all the little kids that are flipping NFTs like shitcoins that come over to Solana. Because you can't flip NFTs on Ethereum because of the high gas fees. You won't make any money. But you can come over on Solana and Cardano and flip their NFTs. That's where all the flipping's going on. And that's why when these new projects, good projects start, these flippers can destroy a project in the first couple weeks. Here, put it this way. These flippers can destroy a project, not just for a couple weeks, because there's an average. Like once these projects drop below their mint price, it's something crazy, like only 2-3% climb out of that hole. So it's not a very high percentage once you really get just crushed by these flippers. Because why? Because they're going to continue just to flip the shit. Your floor price is never going to get higher. They're going to be flipping for burger money. It's insanity. Everybody that's listening right now that trades NFTs knows exactly what I'm talking about. Where the smart money that's in NFTs, you don't flip for burger money. You're holding out for the filet and the crab dinners and the future profit that these things can bring you. But you got to get in good projects. Don't ever forget about that. Because the real strong projects will finally get rid of all of them. And you'll see it in a lot of projects. The projects that are good to hold, you'll see massive sales going on. 100 soul sales, 75 soul sales, while the kids are on the low end flipping the floor. For literally the smallest, for like $10. Dude, you kidding me right now? I can't waste my time flipping NFTs for $10. Holy shit. I wipe my butt with $10, man. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about?
My Solana gas fee's $10, bro.
Yeah, massive gas fees. Yeah, that's why all the flippers, man, all the NFT flippers, they're in Solana and Cardano. Big time. Avalanche, all these platforms that are going to have NFTs, man, the kids just flock to them like they're shit coins. Flock to them like they're shit coins. They make their little profit. Hell, $10 to it. And I'm telling, man, some of these are kids. They're buying shit with their dad's credit card and stuff. These kids don't even have a driver's license, man. They're sitting here trading on all these swaps and shit. Woo! Crazy. But hell, they're smart. Hell, they grew up. They grew up with computers. I knew a computer till I was 30 or something crazy. Ding, 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 ding. I call my 14-year-old nephew when I need some advice about what the hell's happening on my computer or something on Discord. he'll give me the lowdown. Oh, you silly man, you're doing it all wrong. Oh, please enlighten me, young man. Enlighten me. You show me how to operate the Discord. I'll teach you how to hunt.
Dios.
Let's see here. So Solana's having a freaking starting an outlier on the daily. Same thing going on here too with Bitcoin, right? Because they're highly correlated. Got a lot of hidden bear div from this move. Continuation divergence on the returns oscillator, on the Z-score log returns. And this Z-score on the daily for Solana, it hasn't got into these confidence intervals yet. Right? The return oscillator has not got down into the second standard deviation bound. The fissures are both banned, not bound. Tongue got twisted. These fissures are turning down right here. Yeah. Everything's looking like this, baby. Really. What are you trying to tell me? Oh, yeah? Tesla, huh? Tesla holding strong? Think that's what you're asking me? I tell you what, it is kind of holding up. So it dipped down under $1,000 the last couple days. Am I reading that right, MJ? You wanted Tesla? Take a peek at Tesla. Shit, it's been a hell of a ride. Looks like Elon Musk's little rocket launches. Those things come back down and land themselves and shit. Um, yeah, I mean, you can see the bear div right here, right? That created this down move. And then what happened, right? Lower high, higher high, hidden bear. Now it's coming back down. Look at the bands on the Fisher. Those things are tight. Let's see here. Yeah, volatility on the daily is positively correlated, contracting. You can see it's down here underneath the Gaussian mean too, with the bands are starting to squeeze. Literally, excuse me, closed today right at the first standard deviation bands. Oh, you can see Tesla at $900 easy. Yes, you could. It's all going to depend on what's this historical volatility Z-score going to do. Right? It's kind of just going. I mean, it's heading up. It's heading up. Going positively correlated. Let's see what happens the next couple of days going into the end of the week with Tesla here. Right? Because we know how this indicator works. It is powerful. And look at this outlier. Gary, this was a massive move on Tesla right here. Look at that. That was this right here. Outlier 944 to 1102 in 2 days. That's a hell of a profit there for somebody. Like I said, it is having an outlier. The variance is having an outlier to the downside while there's hidden bear on the returns oscillator. Tisk. But hell, I mean, Tesla is predominantly since its all-time high over here, right? Where it was up about 1260. Whoa. Talk about good shit. It's been random. Had this little bit of trend right here. One little pop, one day there, a couple days here, where it dropped into trend. Both moves to the top side. Actually, that trend was to the downside, that daily candle. But then, boom, trend there. Actually, one day up, one day down. Trended, incredible. Incredible. Yeah, and that's funny. The day up, right? That historical volatility was going up significantly negatively or significantly positively correlated. Then it started sloping down next day down because the Z score was still going up. Was it still significantly positively correlated? Yeah, a little bit, but doesn't matter. It all has to do with the slope, right? That's what I can never get through the thick skull of that idiot that we used to be in his Discord. That was his biggest problem. He's like, oh my God, I think this guy knows more than me. Guy's an egomaniac. Let's see, it's not about knowing. It's about understanding the indicators you're building. You can build all the indicators you want. If you don't understand them, I don't know what to tell you. But that being said, wow, what a way to leave. Let's leave on a better note. Flip this back to Bitcoin. The VR you hear. Where you at, perps? Yeah, let's go to the perps. Okay. It's looking like Bitcoin's gonna close below. I tell you what, we closed the day, right? Yesterday we opened up inside the weekly price action volatility range, dumped down below it, right? Where did we bounce off of? We bounced off first standard deviation, normal distribution, right? Bounced right off of it. Came back up. Boop, 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 boop. I'll tell you what, if Bitcoin closes down here below this weekly volatility range, oof, gonna be good. This is the battle. Talked about yesterday. The battle's right here in this weekly price action volatility range. Going into this end of the week, it's going to determine whether Bitcoin's probably flying down to 32 or up to 55, to be honest. So we'll see. But all that being said, thanks you guys for watching live. And as usual, wherever you're living in this beautiful world, don't let all these fudsters out there get you down. It is a great place, a great time to be living. So live it right. And we'll see you tomorrow, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening.